Today, we're going to be talking about 0DTE SPX trades. We are going to be talking about AI-built 0DTE SPX trades built on artificial intelligence. We're going to talk about trades that are put on entirely by bots. All of our trades are going to be put on entirely by bots. And we're going to be talking about backtesting. All of our trades are built by AI through backtesting. My name's Rob Helmick. I'm a former internet CEO and I was an attorney as well. And my wife, she trades with me for the last 2,100 days. She's upstairs scalping right now, but she was a former banker. Everything we do is based on money. We look at trading as a money problem. We don't watch the charts too much. We don't listen to the news too much. But I will talk a little bit about Trump's State of the Union address tonight. So first thing we're going to do today is we're going to talk about where we are. My wife and I trade 30 to 40,000 0DTE SPX every single year. That's a lot, right? That's 150 a day. It's about 2,000, 3,000, maybe 4,000 a month, right? So today we put on 200 or 168, I think it is. And let's just take a look and see where we are with those. This is real-time reporting of my personal account. And this one is up, or one of my accounts. And this one is up, we're down $5,000. I was down around $20,000 earlier today. So I'm feeling a little bit better about this than where I was. We do two different accounts. We do a $1 million account as well as a $30,000 account. We traded Tasty Trade as well as at Schwab. The one I just showed you is the $1 million account. Let's take a look at the smaller account, the $30,000 account. And here we are down about $1,200, right? And so you're going to say, well, how have you been doing in these trades? And we give you all of our trades every Sunday. No one else on the internet does this. We give you all of our trades every single Sunday night at 6 p.m., most of our trades. As I mentioned, they're all 0DTE, they're all SPX. And we're going to see some live trades that we're going to put on here in just a few minutes. The next one's going to go on at 3:30. It's 3:27. So let me get really quick here too. We've done 144 calendar days. We've done 98 trading days for this show. 14,000 trades. Yes, 14,000. And as you can see, we're up about $13,000 in the $30,000 account. So that's about 35% in 4 months, which is about 120% rate of return. In the $1 million account, we're up, what are we up? 392,000, almost 400 grand in 4 months. Not quite 100 grand a month. And so that's, some crazy rate of return as well, over 100%. So let's go over to Tasty Trade because, again, this is my personal account. I want to show you the trades I'm making. Here are the positions that I have on right now. But more importantly, let's take a look at seeing where we are. Here's where we are. These over here are the puts. These over here are the calls. And by the way, we are here in a chat room. I will take questions live. I do have a Discord as well that I'm pretty active in. But the best way to reach me probably is through this. There's Maria or Tyler. They're scalping those cues. But the best way to reach me is through the Discord and or through this chat room. That's probably background. Hey, sorry about that. Thank you, Mr. Flawless. I am so glad you mentioned that. Without Maria, it's supposed to run the board on that kind of stuff, so I keep forgetting. It's too loud. Yep, I understand. It should be about 3 more seconds, and it should be much, much lower, much better for you. So let's just take this down. All right, so how's that on the sound? Hopefully you were able to hear me that we're talking about 4 things today, 0DTE SPX. We're talking about trading with AI. We're talking about using bots, and we're talking about backtesting, right? Much better, thanks. No problem at all. I don't like loud music when I'm trying to watch a YouTube either. So over here, here are the puts and the calls that we've got left. As you can see on the put side, we got 7, 6, 8, 8, 12, 9, 9, 13, 3. And we've got about 8 seconds before we see some more trades come on. Let's open this up. Let's just take a look at the filled ones. Here they come. Let's find out where we're going to be, and we'll put it on the chart. Here they come in 3, 2, 1. And where are they? There they are. Here we go. All right, so what are we getting with 80 cents? Come on, man. We're getting filled at 80 cents? You got to be kidding me. These are at 95 cents. This is nuts. You can't hardly make a living doing that. 80 cents. Well, that's okay. We'll take it. So let's see where we got on it. We got on at 68.75 on the put side and 68.90 on the call side. So let's take a look at 68.90 and 68.75. We'll just put a line in the ground here. 68.90, boom, right there, and 68.75. Shoot, that's not even in the ballpark. 68.75. We want to stay between these. The game is afoot, right? So for those of you that don't know, what we want to do is we want to stay in the middle here. We want to stay between these lines. That's all we want to do. And we're going to get some more trades on. Don't worry, we're going to get some more. Let's see where these are. There's anything else that we got? Nope, 68.75 and 68.90. So that's what we got. We got 68.90s here. We got punched up. You can see, by the way, you can see all the different trades that I made. This is just today's trades. I did not make any crazy Ivan trades. I'll just keep scrolling. And you can see we got a bunch of trades on for today. And that's pretty typical of what we do. Like I said, we're up about 400 grand in 4 months. So, all right, good sound. Very good. Who do I see in the chat room? I see Lewis. I see Mr. Flawless. I see Eric. I see John Ignato. I see more Lewis. Yeah, easy cheesy. How about that? Look at me. Pretty soon. And as I'm fond of saying, these broadcasts will never be worse than they are today. I continue to have fights with Spectrum to try and get higher speed internet, and that, they assure me, is on the way. So in the background, you'll see some of our video cover sheets or thumbnails or whatever they call them. And if you're interested in any of these topics, there are videos. I think we have 300 or 400 videos in there, and I don't know how many subscribers, it's in the neighborhood of 2,000, right? If you could only do the EMA or the MEIC at 1551, which would you do? That's a great question, Evergreen. And I'll tell you the answer is it depends, right? It depends. And it depends on this. You know what? I want to take a moment and just take a look at, here are the trades that this is. If you haven't seen it, come see us Sunday at 6 p.m. so you don't miss out, right? Sunday at 6 p.m., this is the PowerPoint that I use. And we're going to talk about the entry time, the premium, whether it's MEIC or EMA, which is what Mr. Evergreen is asking about. We're going to tell you the stop loss, the wing width, and the profit target. Now, having said that, in the Bible it says, I hate to quote the Bible in a trading program, but in the Bible it says, you can give a man a fish or you can teach him to fish. And I sometimes worry that I'm giving you fish and not teaching you to fish. And I would prefer to teach you to fish because I won't be around here forever. And I want you to be able to do it long after I'm gone. But having said that, here are the fish, okay? So here are the trades that we are putting on this week. Let's see here. These are the trades we're putting on this week. But obviously, by time, this is in the small account. So this is a $3 premium for both the short put and the short call, $3 each, not for the spread, not for the put and the long, not for all four of them, just for one, right? Just for the short put, $3. For the short call, $3, if it says $3. M means multiple entry iron condor. 95% means the stop loss. 50 means the width of the wings, okay? Now, if I was going to go look at this one, this is the top 20 trades for the $1 million account. Now you'll notice a little bit of diversity here, right? We're all-inclusive program. So we're going to include both multiple entry iron condors and EMAs. And this goes back to Mr. Evergreen's question, which would I do at 1551? And my answer was, it depends. Well, on this particular week, I think what I would do is I would stick with the EMAs because look, it says EMA. EMA is better. And EMA has been better for the last few weeks, okay? Now, for those of you that may be new to this show, the whole theory of what I do is I trade where I sell premium. That's all I do, sell premium. And I'm going to sell premium where other people are not selling premium. Now, why is that? You remember back from economics class, we always said, if there's a lot of people selling something over here, the price is going to go down. Well, I'm greedy. I want as much money as I can. So I don't want to sell where these people are selling. I want to sell over here where nobody's selling, right? I want to be the only one selling over here, and I could charge a heck of a lot more. So what we do is we back test and we say, all right, I'm going to look at different strategies like Mr. Evergreen wants to know. Is it exponential moving average? And we use the 40 versus the 20, by the way. Or do you want to do multiple entry iron condor? Which one do you want to use? What time do you want to enter, right? What time is not being used, not being sold very much? What would be the premium amount? $1, $1.25, $1.50, $1.75, $1.80, $2, on up to $5. A lot of different combinations, right? And I mean, and time of day, there's 390 minutes in the trading day, 6.5 hours. And then what wing width? Is it better at 5 wing width, 25, 50, 100, 150, 300? Then stop loss. Is it better at 90, 95, 100, 125, 150, 200, 300, 400? Well, you say, well, Rob, if you start doing all those combinations, how many possible trades are there? I said, well, it's not just one day. We have to look back at least 6 months. That's 125 trading days. That's about 95 million trades. Well, how often are you going to look at these? I'm going to look at them every week. Let me tell you, if I had enough accountants and I had enough mathematicians and enough horsepower, I'd look at it every single day. But I don't. So I look at it weekly, right? But I don't look at all 95 million. I know there are some trends, and slowly over time, we've whittled it down. We're actually building our own database so that we could do it even faster and more detailed, because we want to add every strategy you add in is another 95 million trades that you have to backtest. And so then what we do is we take all those trades, say 7 million that we do each weekend, and we give those to AI, to Vera. Vera is our AI assistant that Maria built. Took her about 9 months to build it. And what Vera does, it processes all that, and it looks for a lot of different metrics that we gave. It looks for trends and stuff, looks for the profit and loss. It looks for the compound annual growth rate. It looks for the max drawdown. It looks for the MAR value. It looks for the Sorrentino. It looks for the Sharp. It looks for a couple of internal metrics that we've developed, and it gives me the best, right? The best 200 or 250 trades. I take those personally, and then I manipulate those a little bit. I put them back into Vera, and I add, oh shoot, I missed the 337 trades. So here they come. Let's go take a look. Sometimes I get carried away, right? I get carried away. That happens to me all the time. So anyway, I look at those trades, and then I figure out what are the best ones. We put it back in there for risk tolerance, because everybody has different risk tolerance and financial goals and whatnot. And then she kicks them out, and then I enter them, right? That's what it is. So then you have to enter them into the bots, and the bot does all the trading. And I give you the 6 or 7 that we're doing in a $30,000 account. I give you all of them. I give you all the fish in that one. And then in the $1 million account, I just give you the bigger fish. I just give you the top 20 out of 120. And that's what this channel is all about. There's no magic to it. I also do something called a crazy Ivan, but that's another story. That key thing, 0DTE SPX, right? AI chosen. Let's get over here in the color. Bot, they put them on by bots, built by backtesting. Those 4 things, I'm going to hammer those 4 things into you until I can teach you how to do it. And you can come to me and say, Rob, I figured out faster than you did what tests to do this weekend. Great. That's all I'm looking about. Maybe we can all get together and start backtesting together, and we can build a plan that gets way better than what I do, right? Maybe. I don't know. All right, so let's take a look over here, and we've got these 337. So here's the 330s came on, 68.75, 68.90, same, more of the 80 centers. And then, we're getting $1.65 for 68.90 and 68.85. Ooh, getting a little dicey. 60, what did I say it was? This 68.85 on the call side. So these are all calls. These are all EMAs. So they're all 68. We want it to be below 68.85, 68.90, 68.90. But let's call 68.85. That's the tricky spot. 68.85. Let's see where that is. 68.85. Ooh, look at this. Right here, we want it to be below 68. I'm going to get right on the number, make it a little bit. Boom. All right. We want to be below that number. We are not below that number right now. So if anybody wants to root, if you're rooting for me, you want it to be under that number. If you're rooting against me, you want it to be above that number, right? So that's the game. And we've got how much on the line? We've got, somebody do the math here, 3 times $385. 3 times $165, and 3 more times 165, 3 times 150, 3 times 80, 3 times $95, 3 times $150, and where's the other ones? And I don't know that, but generally speaking, that's where we got. That's enough to add up. All right. Do I recommend MEIC on the $30,000 buying account at 1551 instead of the EMA because it's simpler? No. Okay, good catch, Mr. Evergreen. And hello, Pacer. Good to have you in there. We do not recommend, I don't think I recommended any EMAs in the small account. The problem is that has a pretty high max drawdown, okay? EMAs swing a lot. And so if you're in a smaller account, and by the way, when I say $30,000 account, that's buying power. When I say $1 million account, that's buying power. Someone said, well, I did the calculation and you put on $1.4 million in the $1 million account. Yeah, I did. Why? Because we made 400,000. So I compound it. If we start with $1 million and now we got $1.4 million, $1.395 million, that's how much I trade. And in fact, we just got a mathematician in here and he's telling me, Rob, you never make it till the end of the day without getting punched out on some of them. So you could reuse your buying power, and you probably could use $1.6 million or $1.7 million because you run out, you as trades come off, you're not using buying power. So as the day goes on, especially in a bigger account, you can put on more trades. You can trade more than what's your levels. And the way I look at it is when I structure my own personal account, what I do is say, okay, how much buying power do I have for the day? I put in 30% for Crazy Ivans. You don't need to know what that is, but a lot of you do, and it's in the Discord. I put in 5% for protection, I don't know why, just to have it. Then I use 65% for 0DTE SPX, okay? Now, for purposes of this channel, people will get all upset because the account's too big. So I say, okay, well, let's just start with $1 million, and the math is real easy. And then people wanted a smaller account. Say, okay, we'll set up a $30,000 account. Again, the math is real easy. That's where they started. So the $30,000 account, what did I say? It's up 11 grand. So it's at 41,000. And the $1 million account started back in October at $1 million buying power. And now it's at $1,395,000. So that's how much I use. I might start putting on a little bit more dynamically. And I certainly will in my personal account. I've actually already started doing that a little bit, but I'm really going to get triggering the robots to do that. So we're building our own algorithms. And the idea would be that as time goes by, we're gonna increase the amount of buying power that we use, because you have it, you might as well use it. That's, this is just a math problem. That's what this is. It's just a math problem. Is where are they selling? And we don't want to sell there. We want to sell over here. If they're selling here, we want to sell here. That's all there is to it. It's not rocket science, right? Now, it's all in the execution. That's where the game is afoot, right? That is where the game is absolutely afoot. So, okay, where are we? We are above. That's no good. Will you get down there? What time we got? Time check. We got a time check of, 15:43. Wait a second. We got more trades coming up. I thought that was the 15:51 trades. Look at me, I'm foaming at the mouth. I better have an iced tea with apple cider vinegar. By the way, greatest drink ever. Had it for 40 years. Iced tea with apple cider vinegar does not get any better than that. Have you considered using ratioed MEICs, say a 1 for 2 or 2 for 3 put call, given the buying power for the put side is so much larger than the call side? Robert, we have not. Well, that's unfair. We have looked at it, but only tangentially. The problem you have is when you start looking at more and more and more, I only have so much time in the day, right? And I'm not a spring chicken anymore. So, the back testing took me 22 hours when I first started. So I'd have to do, and then Options Omega didn't have the data from the day until about midnight or so. So I would start back testing and I would be pretty tired by the end of the weekend. And then I had 2 or 3 hours to put the bots on. So it is a excruciatingly long process. Now I've gotten some help. We've got it down to about 14 hours to do that. That's what the trades are that I've given you, what the results are. So it is difficult to add in more trades. I would love to explore a lot of other trades. We have looked at double calendars. We've looked at reverse iron condors. We looked at opening range breakouts. Of course, we looked at straddles and strangles and the common, stuff that Tasty Trade has. And we're a big believer in Tasty Trade and their philosophies. That's where we started. So that's what, look at this mess. You got to be kidding me. Come on back down there. We got a long ways to go. We got 16. It's 3:44 and 51 seconds. So we still got some time. Hopefully this thing comes back down, but this does not look like it. Hey, let's talk a little bit about Trump's thing tonight. I think that's something that's worth talking about. We haven't gone back to the real time situation. Let's see where that is. We got to reboot this thing. Let's just get this. Here it is, 30,000. What did it say? Did someone see that quick? So here's where we are with the small account. The big account, sometimes it takes a while for them to recapitulate because they have so many trades on. And it just popped up there it is. Wow. How about that? Hey, so you take the green, you subtract out the red. I'm only down $3,000. I was down 25, maybe 30, not 30,000, but maybe 25 today. I forget what were we up yesterday. I got it somewhere around here. We were up 38,000 yesterday, 2140 in the small account. So, all right. So no, I've not looked at doing ratio spreads. I understand what you're saying, Robert, but the risk reward, the problem is it takes it really increases the risk. There, we're getting punched out now on some of these. So what's happening is as the market skyrockets to the upside, we're going to get punched out. Some of these puts, look at these things, they're getting up at $5.50, and they probably got a stop loss around obviously around 520 or 510, something like that. Maybe the next ones are at $6 or so. We need this to come back. We want it to finish right in here, right between 580 and 585. And there we go, 68. There it is, 8. What did we say? 85 and 90. That's where we want it to finish, between 85 and 90. And that would be between 85 and 90. That would be perfect. Actually, maybe even between 85 and 80 would even be better. So that's kind of the number that we wanted. Given that the call side is positive expected value, math would say to do the ratioed MEIC to use all of your available buying power. It would, and I have not studied that as probably as much as I should have. But if someone can produce a back test that can show me that it's going to be positive expected value and better MAR, KGAR, Sharpe, and Sortino ratios and some of our internal ratios, then we would switch. But we have not seen that evidence yet. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just means there's a lot of tests out there that you can do, millions and millions and millions. We have not done that one. But Robert, you've piqued my interest, and now it looks like I'm going to be spending more than my 14 hours of back taste, and it looks like it's going to be turning into 16 thanks to you. And I will be taking your name in vain. No, not really. But I will definitely take a look at that. If you could, in the Discord, if you could just make a note in the general section or in the back testing section about that, it would remind me, because I won't remember a lot of what goes on during the show. But that would be great, and I will have our guys take a look at it, because that is something that certainly is a possibility that could be worth doing. Yeah, you know what? We don't match the credit on each side. It's too difficult to do with the bot. So what we do is we've back tested it, and we just look for the closest. So if it's $2, we look for $2 on each side, and that means you're going to fill, maybe the put might fill at $2.25, and the call might fill at $1.80. And so it does balance out over time. In addition, I am very hesitant to make changes, right? Let's just take this. Here's the real-time stuff. So now what are we down? $4,600. In that account there, we're getting punched out. So this thing is probably skyrocketing to the upside. Let's take a look-see. Yes, that's exactly what's happening. So we're getting punched out on both sides. That's no fun. But we've got more trades coming on in 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes at 15:51. So we'll recalibrate at that point. But yeah, the problem is, what I often say we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. And when I look at this number and say, well, we're up 392,000 in 4 months, four and a half, whatever it is. And that's after doing 14,300 trades. That's a lot of trades, And so if you're doing 14,300 trades and you're up this amount of money, then this is working, that's for sure. So now, do I want to take buying power away from another to another strategy? Yeah, if I can prove to myself it's better. That's the trick, though. It's very, very difficult to decide whether or not it's better. And Lewis is right. It's very hard to match exactly. It's impossible in my experience. In my experience, the market does not cooperate with you. You have just seconds or milliseconds to get your trades on, and they don't care that you want $3. I mean, look at this. I can tell you right now, I have never put in a trade for, what is it? Didn't I have some 80 sensors in here? I think I did. I think I had some that for 80 cents. I don't know where they are. They're in here somewhere, but I know I haven't put it. Look at that. We're getting punched out with this thing. It must be skyrocketing. Look at this dirty dog. Now, having said that, you know what? It's not too bad for the old Crazy Ivans. Up about 10 grand on this one and up about 10 grand on this one. So up about 20 grand on the Crazy Ivans. That's nice. And there's Maria and Tyler scalping the Qs again. But yeah, so that's one of the reasons I like the Crazy Ivans. Test, 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 test. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? 300, yeah, 300. You saw that in the background, huh? Sly Zeron. Yeah, Maria made $395.26. The sound should be back on, if I'm not mistaken. I have no idea why that is. So Sandfax is there. German is there. RJL, I see. John Agato. Porsche Guy, I see you back in there. Samurai, Gomon. Very good. Sandfax. Kogan Net. Good. Hey, we're getting a lot of new people. Whoa, getting some new people there. There we got punched out. Let's take a look at these things. 68.95, 68.95. All some oldies but goodies. So we want this to all come down. That's what we want. We want all these numbers to come down. They're all way too high. And it's got to come down, man, or we're going to be in doo-doo here. We need this to come, excuse me. We need this to come underneath this one. That's the 68.90. Where's that? How much money would that be? 68.90. Well, the 68.95s are punched out. The 68.90s, all these 68.90s, looks like we lost $350 times 3. We lost $500 times 3. And we still got some in there. We lost another, what did we lose here? Look at this one. This one was beforehand. We lost $100 here. 3 times $750, $3 times $750. Let's take a look at our real-time score to see where we are. Yes, Maria is not going to be trading that NVIDIA earnings. I kind of like it to the upside. I mean, I oftentimes like NVIDIA to the upside. Who doesn't? With the State of the Union coming tonight, I probably will take a look at scalping some NQs, but there's no real reason to. Once it's over, then you'll see some direction. Normally what happens is uncertainty comes out of the market. I've got enough of these Crazy Ivans in that I'll probably be getting. Normally I would get rid of these. They're at, let me just show you. Normally I would get rid of these at 25% profit. It normally takes about 14 days. I put these on when they're 45 to 60 DTEs, days to expiration. I put them on at 12 Delta. I sell a naked put. It's going to give me about $4,000 in premium and cost me about $14,000 in buying power. I'll take them off at 25%, which is about $1,000. So I'll make about $1,000 on every single one every 14 days or 26 times a year. If the market goes against me and drops 2,500 points, then what I'll do is I'll just roll it down and out, or I'll buy a long put to protect it. And then when the market comes back, I'll sell that back. I said that really quickly. The great thing about YouTube is you can just roll that back, or you can go into the Discord. A lot of people have written some summaries on the Crazy Ivans, and you can see exactly how that's done. So 5 minutes to go. Let's see where you're at. Very good. 5 minutes to go. Let's see where we at. Here is where we are at with the chart. And doggone it, we got to get this thing under. Let's take a quick look, see at where are we in real time. We are down, what is it, 6 grand? We're down about 6 grand, 6,600 in the big account, and we're down about 1,500 in the little account. So it would be nice if we get a little comeback. But yesterday was up 38,000 in the big account and 2,140 in the 2,140 in the small account. But that doesn't matter, right? This is math. We understand that it's going to go up and down, up and down. Remember the chart from, this is the real time. Let's look at the chart. Remember this chart, it goes up and down all the time, up and down, up and down. Nobody remembers these down days because, you know, if we're in a down day, we're in an up day yesterday, we're in a down day today. Looks like, at least. Come on down. Come on down. We got 4 minutes and 8 seconds, 3 minutes and 8 seconds. If I could do math, I would have been a doctor. Come on down. Remember what does the market do? It takes money from impatient people and gives it to patient people. And every day you get to decide, are you going to be one of the impatient ones who's going to lose? Or are you going to be one of the patient ones that win? We're very patient. We don't get emotionally involved. We know if it's down 38,000 today, we know that over time we're going to win. There's some cues that Tyler and Maria are scalping. We know over time we're going to win because we're selling premium where the herd is not. And that's why we do back testing. We just want to know where the herd has been over the last 6 months, and we're going to sell where they're not. Look at that. She was in and out in 26 seconds, and it looks like she made $100 or so. So, okay, so that wasn't 26 seconds. That was probably even less. We would like to get this thing below, what do we got? 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Come on, man. Come on. You see the clock is behind me, so you can see exactly what the time is. We are really, really close. I mean, we are close in here. I don't need that. That one's no good. Remove that one. Yes. All right, we need this to get underneath here. Come on, you dirty, stinking dog. Get under. Get under. This is going to cost us about $1,200, I think is what it was. $1,200 either way. I know we lost about 10 grand. Not 10 grand. 8 grand in the last few minutes. You know, you hate that, but it's part of the math. It's just math. I understand. Whoa, hey, wait a minute. We're only down 7. What, were we down more than that? I forget. Come on down. Come on down. We got a minute and a half, 90 seconds. Once we get under 100 seconds, I start getting excited. Do not do what I do. Do not get emotionally invested in it. Stand back. I make 14,000 trades in 4 months. How can I possibly care, you know, about 2 or 3 trades up here? I don't know. It's fun. What can I tell you? But it's more fun if it goes down below the line. That's when it's a lot more fun. We got 65 seconds to go. For those of you that went to public school like me, that's 1 minute and 5 seconds. And there's 60 seconds to go. 60 seconds to go. Now, we get a big movement here this last minute. Here we go. Come on down. Come on down. Come on down. Don't get emotionally involved. Come on down. Come on. Oh, baby, there it is. Yeah. Come down. A little bit more. Little bit more. That's all we need. A little bit more. Little bit more. It's right on the number. 890.7. Come on. What do we got? 32 seconds to go. 32 seconds. Come to Papa. Come on down. Somebody's at the front door. Are you kidding me? Oh, come on down, man. Come on down. 20 seconds to go. 20 seconds to go. We need this. It's up by 1.9. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. Come on down. Underneath. Yes. Finish under. Finish under. Are you kidding me? Are you 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Under. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no. Bob back up. Wait, it hasn't finished yet. We haven't finished. 8.90, 11 cents. That's fine. That's fine. I'll pay the 11s. That's $11. So we sold that. We sold it for, it's finished at 68.90 and 11 cents. So what did we sell it for? We sold it at 68.90. We sold the 68.90s. Where are the 68? We sold them for $1.50. So we sold them for $1.50. If they were not punched out here, they might have been punched out here. But if they weren't punched out, we would pay $11. And so let's say we paid $1. We got paid $1.40. We would pay $11, and we would make $139. But they might have been punched out. Okay, so I don't know. I have to go back and reload and figure that out. But let's just take a quick look and see where were we? Where did we end up? Here's where we ended up. So it's calculating, but it looks like, is Mario in the chat room? Mario usually adds these up for me. All right, we are, and remember, it's all about the math, right? Okay, so we are down $6,200-ish. Let's say $6,200 in the big account, and in the little account, we're down 1,500, give or take, right? 1,500, give or take. And these numbers, they're going to have to sell out all these longs down here, you know, so it's got, you know, this is the $30,000 account. There's a lot of trades there. And so we will end up with right around 160 trades, I think maybe 200 trades today. And you can see there's a lot of trades. And I think it's going to be right around that number. Okay. So, you know what you're going to do? You can't win them all, but at least the math is great, right? We know that that's what happens in this thing. It goes up, it goes down. But when you look at that one that's 395,000 up and to the right? Or that's to the left because it's backwards. But you get the idea. It starts low and goes up high. That's what we care about. Again, if I told you on October 1st, we're going to be up $395,000 on February 23rd, you would have said, great, I'm in. And then you wouldn't be calling me and saying, well, how come we're down $60,000 in 3 days, which we were in this process. It's up and down, but you know, that's what we're looking at. And if I told you in a $30,000 account, we'd be up 11 or 12 grand in from October 1st to February 23rd yesterday, that would be fine, right? That's the whole game. It's nothing to this, right? It's all about execution. The idea is simple. There's a herd, remember? Wherever they're selling, we want to be selling over here. They're selling over here, we want to be selling over here. So we just do a back test and figure out where are they? And we see, oh, they're over here. So, okay, they're over here. We want to be over here. That's what back testing is. That's right. Then you just put it in the AI, and AI says, well, where are the ones where they're really over here? That's where there's a whole bunch of them over here, where the most of them are really thinking they're going to kill it. And then we want to go over here, way far away from them. That's the whole thing. Yeah, it's great. You can't beat it. It's math, man. It's just math. All right, let's see what we got here. You're not sharing your screen. Uh-oh. Johnny, can you see it? Hopefully you can see it. And you know what? It's supposed to be a trading show. Didn't we say we're going to trade? Let's trade. Let's do a trade here. Dang, it's too late. I wanted to close out this position. By the way, okay, so on Tasty Trade, when you go to close out, I rolled this, right? So you have to look at the order chain. You can look at the order chain over here, and it'll tell you every trade that you've made. You know, in CLS, I sold it originally for $6, and then I rolled it. I got an extra $1.75, and I took it from February 13th. I rolled it out another 30 days to give myself some more time to be right. And I was underwater at that time. And now look, I'm up $125, which is great. That's where I want to be. And over here, you don't even have to look at the order chain. OC means order chain. You just go to close it. This will tell you your real profit, even with all the order chain. You can have rolled it 5 times. So I will, if it's still up again tomorrow, I'll go ahead and close it up just because I like my position. I tell people that I only make 2 trades, the Crazy Ivan and the SPX 0DTEs. And so I like to be true to my word. But one day Maria was on the show and she didn't have her account up. So she asked me to do that. And that's what you do for your wife. So, and trading together is great. I strongly recommend it for anybody that wants to have a great relationship. And if you're not trading with your spouse or partner, then I highly recommend you tell them the truth because that is accountability. I text Tyler and Maria every single day, exactly where I am on the 0DTE SPX trades. So that they can see, exactly what I want to hold myself accountable. Okay. Sounds like Kramer. Yeah. It sounds like the price is right. I'm hilarious. I love this. You have to go. See you later. Thanks, Rob. NBA earnings. The bell is tomorrow. Okay. I was wondering why Maria didn't talk about it. I bet she'll be on the show tomorrow to talk about those earnings. remember tonight, watching Trump, you can't predict. Most presidents go on there, it's kind of boring. He's going to be pretty exciting. Things are going to go up and down. It's going to be pro-America. Right now, the tech stocks are underwater about 16%. I think it's a great time to buy. So that's why I'm kind of leaning towards keeping my crazy Ivans over here. I'm not closing these bad boys at, 24%, 27%, 24 and 21. And, this one, these I put on yesterday, I'm at 25% already. I'm up, $4,000 on these. And on down days, you're just going to sell these. And on up days, you're going to buy them back. That's the game of the crazy Ivan. All right. I've got to go. Look, this is easy stuff. I told you when we started, 4 things. 0DTE SPX, right? Put on by AI. We're going to use bots to trade it. And we're going to use back testing to figure out where they ain't. And that's what we're going to do. Okay. I hope you stick with me. I hope you have fun. I hope you have a great trading day. If you have any questions, put them in the Discord. I'll be sure and get back to you. If you have any ideas for future videos, let me know. I got to get out of here. You have a great trading day. See you later. Say goodbye, Maria. She's not here to say goodbye, Maria, but I always like that.